So this is a Quadro RTX 4000, and I have it partially apart right now because I was diagnosing a fan issue. Unfortunately, there's something wrong with it though, because the fan's not receiving power and I don't know why. But I thought I'd also show how to take it apart since people might want to take it apart for repasting purposes. Now, to get the cover off, you're going to need a Phillips #0 screwdriver bit, because these screws have a really tiny opening. But once you get the cover off, you should be able to remove the heatsink by removing these 4 screws here with the springs. And you'll want a Phillips #1 for that. If you use a Phillips #0, you're going to strip out your heads and you're going to ruin your screws. These are on pretty tight, so definitely don't let the screwdriver slip out and stab your board. I suspect that these inner screws here are for a support bracket around the GPU itself. Probably should be doing these in a star pattern, but yeah. Also, when you're doing this, since the screws are going to be tight, be careful not to like bend the card as you're doing it. I'm kind of holding my palm against the heatsink so I can put pressure against it. I should probably push down on the spot on the other side of the screw too, because these are kind of springy. Now from there, I'm just going to give this a little wiggle. And there we go. Not much of a heatsink on these. There's the GPU itself. See, there's I believe 2 copper heat pipes from the looks of it. Got 2 ends there, and in there, and in there. Looks like this one goes kind of around like that. Alright, this one goes around like that then. Interesting. Very thin, fragile heatsink. And with this, clean off the thermal paste. Just need a little paper towel and some rubbing alcohol. Even sitting idle, this card was overheating fast, basically, with no fan. Nice and shiny. The previous owner said they were running it on a server with no issues, though. So I don't know what the story is with it beyond that. Got a loose piece of paste. Let's see if I can just dump that in the trash. There we go. Doing stuff off frame at the moment. Now, when you are wiping off the thermal paste, you want to be mindful of all these little capacitors around the edges. Probably not going to get it perfect, but I'm going to get it close enough. Really, all that matters is cleaning up the die. The little capacitors around the sides, if they have a little paste on them, it's not the end of the world. Alright. Just trying to blow off some of the chunks of paste. There we go. This all came off nice, neat, and clean, so probably not going to bother with the rubbing alcohol. Very shiny. I'm just looking here. I wouldn't mind taking this card apart further to see what's going on. But one thing about taking apart video cards like this is you don't want to disrupt the thermal pads if you can avoid it. Also, this power cable is going to be a pain to route, so I think I'm going to end up leaving that alone. I just wish I knew why the fan wasn't spinning in this. That's the only thing. But yeah, unfortunately, that's not something I have the ability to fix. If you want to remove the frame of the GPU, it's basically all these other screws. Yeah, you can see the area around the GPU is screwed into the frame of the card as well. Normally there'd be like a retention plate around the GPU, but they just made the whole frame the support. But this is just on a cable and it'll lift out, but it's going to be tricky to get those back perfectly in place. And even if there is something wrong with the board that's causing the fan to fail, it's not something that I have the skill to fix, unfortunately. So I'm going to put some fresh thermal paste on this. Ooh, my MX4 came with a spatula. I can go with some MX4. Ouch. Oh, it's on there tight. Ah! The paste gets in the cap and won't come off. Apparently my fingers aren't strong enough. Here's a screwdriver. It's not the same size. Got the tweezers. I'm going to squeeze the tweezers and use them as a lever. There we go. And this isn't going to take much because this stuff's pretty thin compared to what was on there. So I'm going to see what I can get away with that maybe. I'm just going to set this right on top. Now when you do install this, you got to line this properly because this nestles in the area over there. Good thing there's a frame around that. Alright. I'm just going to gently press on that and wiggle it. Then we'll do a check. Yeah, I need a little more on the side, but we're getting there. It'll spread out more once it gets full clamping pressure. There we go. This heatsink's so small and thin, it's hard to hold. So now, I need to reinstall the screws on the bottom. And I will do these in a diagonal pattern since it does matter a little bit more. I'm not going to tighten them down all the way. Alright, well apparently I'm not going to tighten them down at all. There we go. But I'm going to do a little bit of pressure. Just enough to get them started, hold it in place. And then I believe, yeah, these just be tightened down until they bottom out basically. It's not all the way tight, but it'll get there. Oops, slipped. This screwdriver is starting to get a little worn. I'm just going to do it off frame, so I'm not trying to look through a camera as I do it. Basically, I'm going diagonally side to side and making sure everything's nice and tight. Alright, so now it should have some fresh paste. Unfortunately, it's not going to help with my fan issues, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright, that wire's not in the right spot. Can't believe they made it such a tight fit. That holds down the power cable and fan cable. It's kind of a weird design choice. I don't know why they do that. I guess it's because the PCBs are so short, but still, it just seems like a weird design. I don't know if that saves some money. But then, yeah, this will just get reattached. It's sucked down to the table because it's so flat. It does sit under. There we go. Those will get realigned. And with those, same deal. Don't tighten them down all the way because you want to get good alignment. If you don't get good alignment, then it's not going to trap the airflow under the cover. I'm just going to get down to eye level. It's so hard to do things with a camera literally right in your face. Yeah, once you get a couple of these in and aligned correctly, everything should go into place. So there's a little bit of wiggle, but I'm using that wiggle to align the screw heads. And now, tighten those down. And I can work on the other screws. I don't think I tightened this one down. Alright, well, good as new now. And unfortunately, it's probably still going to have issues, especially since the fan don't work, but at least it has fresh paste now, I guess. Hopefully that was interesting, and thanks for watching.